My name is Dylan Merritt. I'm from Peterborough, Ontario. I was in a terrible car accident. I went from one end of the highway to the other, and the guardrail went into the car, and we were dangling off a cliff. And the driver was able to get out, and this guy, I don't know, came out, pulled me off, and I was walking and I was speaking to him. I passed out, and I said, when the ambulance came to me, and I said, "Can you please thank the guy that helped me across the street?" And he said, "There was no guy. I don't know what you were doing. You were just talking to yourself walking across the street." So I knew there was angels or heaven and hell. But something happened and my personality started changing. I grew depressed. I started having nightmares. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, so I decided to get into astral projection, and there was a show called Teresa's Medium, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can learn to talk to the dead. So I was like learning how to open my third eye and learning techniques to speak to the dead. That's when nightmares was going on. Just things went terrible after that, like every bad thing that could happen. Financial issues, marks issues. It was just like I got to the point where I didn't want to live, and I would every year be hospitalized from then. I was in a funk for 12 years. I didn't go anywhere. I was just on different medicines, deciding if I was going to kill myself. And I had a dream. In the dream, the guy came to me and said, "You are being possessed. There are 2 demons. You have to do deliverance. If you don't do it soon, it's going to get bad. Write it down." Coincidentally, I went on YouTube and Isaiah Salvador popped up on my screen and he was doing deliverances. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So I watched one and then I ended up watching 100. I wrote to his website and said I needed deliverance. And I went through a map and I found Marcel and I wrote to Marcel not. So we did one, and he introduced me he said, well, there's this guy named Curtis Hartzone, and we'll get in contact. Well, the day before Curtis came, I got sick. I was getting angry, and I was getting sick, and it was just this scary feeling. It was like, don't be sick, you're gonna throw up, you're just cancel it, because it's no good, you're just sick today, and you could postpone it for a week or whatever. Then Curtis came, and we were speaking, and he told me some stuff. I think he said his first thing was witchcraft. You noticed? So I said, oh, okay, yeah. So I was asking about what kind of witchcraft, and you just describing the different things of witchcraft. And I was like, yeah, that suits me. I'm not a physical, but I wanted to strangle you both. I just remembered, so I just sat in the chair. So we did deliverance. It felt really good after. I remember getting angry for a while. And then it went away, and I felt this relief. I felt good, and then you asked me, and I was like, oh yeah, this sounds really good. And then I got nervous about the baptism, and I was just like, well, if I want to do this, I also want to get rid of all my stuff, all my Harry Potter books, all my music, just everything just has to go. I don't want it in my house. I don't want something to happen and then for everything negative to come back. So I went and got baptized, and we got to burn a couple items. We burned a lot of stuff, actually. It felt good. But I remember when I was baptized, going in the water, I coming up, everything was so bright. I remember, and it's just like all the colors, and they're like colors magnified. It was just like wow, why is it so bright? And I felt calm and happy, and it's just this, I felt like a natural happy. It wasn't a fake happy that I was putting on for so many years that I had to fool everyone with. But it was this great, and I just saw things clearer, and I just have this, I feel more human, you could say. Jesus has been with me, and I think it's like he knew exactly when it was going to happen, and when he knew the process was going to begin, he was there every day. After I came out of the water, it was just like he was right there. It's just right beside me. He was just like, now I'm here. And then it's just like I was like hearing. It was really neat. Well, at first I wasn't going to tell my mom. This is weird. This is weird. I was just like, I did the thing. I didn't tell her nothing, and I got baptized, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting baptized. She's like, what? Really? What's going on? Like, when did this happen? I'm just like, I was thinking about it. It was just, and so I was telling her about it, and then it's like, I want you to meet Curtis and stuff like that. She was like, I don't know, Dylan. A week later, she just said, yes, I'll do it. Why not? And you guys came over, and she experienced God, and she got saved that day. And it was just like something I never would have ever seen coming in my life. That was a complete and utter shock to me. That was one of the best. I was so excited, and she got baptized a week after me. Actually, it was coincidentally 1 week after I got to baptize her. I was really excited. Yeah, I got to baptize her. It was great. And I think deliverance is important because you're free, and then once you're free, it's relief, and it's happiness, and it's joy, and then you want to help people. It's so not only are you going to do it for yourself, but you're also doing it for other people. It's so important to be delivered. It's so important to know Jesus. It's so important. Life is short. You need to have hope. Jesus is hope.